for donations, as well as just like anything that's been going on right now. Alright, I'm getting word that we are ready. Just gonna double check and be sure.
Alright, we are live, so hello everyone, I'm KiwamiZX, and I think we have my audio. Oh, okay. I'll be doing a Mighty Gunvolt burst run. The category is any percent normal Ekoro, which basically any percent is just beating the game, collecting only the necessary. While normal is the difficulty we're going to be playing, and Ekoro is the character. This game has a lot of DLC characters. I'm just gonna show them real quick. We have those three characters, they are the base characters of the game. When you buy the game, you get them for free. And then the last ones are DLC. So we are going to be playing Ekoro. Ekoro, she used to be a DLC character in the game, but when they released the game on PC, they gave her for free. But yeah, without further ado, the time will be as when I choose the character. So I'm gonna do a quick countdown here. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's go. So this game was made by Inti Creates, which you guys may know by Mega Man Zero series, Mega Man ZX, and they do a lot of Mega Man like games. And the character I'm playing is Ekoro. Ekoro is a character from the Galgun series. Honestly, I have no idea how the Galgun series are, so I don't really know too much about her lore, but I don't think it's really that important. So the first stage in this game is basically an intro stage. This stage plays more like a tutorial, showing you the basics. And what I got here is an upgrade. Not actually an upgrade, it's a secret item. This item will make... this item is kind of important because we need a lot of customization points to equip some items later in the run. This game has a really deep customization system. There's a lot of items you can get in the game. You can customize your shots as you like. You can kind of use like diagonal fire, reflect shots, but we are not going to get a lot of items in the run because customizing weapons takes time, because we're gonna have to open up the pause menu and we need a lot of customization points to do so. So we're just gonna get what we can. But yeah, the intro stage is pretty straightforward. And now we have probably one of the worst bosses in the game on RNG, because we want him to stay on the floor so we can just mash through him, just like this. And that's the first boss. Yeah, that was a really good RNG actually. Not gonna lie, but I don't see good RNG on this boss too often. But he can do a lot of things. Right, now we got the intro stage done. Now we have the 8 main stages available for us to do in any order we want. But the order we are going to go for is a very specific route, because there's some upgrades we need in the run. The first one we'll be getting here, which is the hover. And hover is a powerful tool in this game for this character. Ekoro has one of the highest jumps in a game, and we are going to abuse that. So we're gonna equip this, and there we go. I didn't fall off the pit and didn't touch the spikes. And well, as any Mega Man game ever, spikes are insta-kill. So you gotta be really careful not to die in this stage. This section here is... there's nothing I can do to speed up here. But I gotta pay attention to the enemies, because if I get hit, I will fall off the ring and we'll have to wait for it to go down again. So now we have one of the worst sections in the game. So I'm gonna play a little bit safe here. Oh, okay. By the way, those spikes, those spike balls are, again, they are insta-kill, so I don't want to touch them. So now we have Viator. There's a very specific pattern I want him to give me, which is this one. But he did the dives. I don't want him to dive at all during the boss fight. But it's kind of RNG. Well, this one is mandatory. All the bosses in the game, when they reach 50% of their health, they're gonna do a special attack, which either make them invulnerable, or like they do something really fast, like he does. And we don't want to see those attacks on the boss fights, so we gotta try to optimize our mashing to do some quick kills. But yeah, I didn't got a really good luck on that boss. Alright, now we have Highway. Highway is one of the worst stages with all the other characters, but for Ekoro, this stage is really straightforward. Since we can jump really high, we can skip a lot of sections in this stage. Like this one, normally you would have to wait for all those platforms to appear, but since we can hover and we have one of the highest jumps in the game, we really don't have to do that. Now I kinda have to wait because I need this customization point. Again, all those things I'm collecting will come in handy later in the game when I will equip all my items. Speaking of items, there's another secret here. This one is the damage upgrade. We are not going to equip this yet, but it's faster to get it before anything else. This stage has a lot of enemies, but we can just hover through them most of the time. And one thing that I didn't talk about is the burst mechanic. Like, this game is not called Mighty Gunvolt Burst just for the sake of continuity from the first Mighty Gunvolt game. The burst is a true mechanic in this game. Whenever I kill an enemy in point blank range, I get a burst combo. Burst combo increases my skill meter. Like, you saw that I'm using this skill here. This skill makes me invincible for a short period of time, and I do more damage when I'm using it. So right now I want a really specific RNG from him. But yeah, that's never lucky, I guess. Let's hope he do it again. Alright, that was not a really bad fight. I mean, there's nothing I can do about RNG in this game. There's no way to kind of manipulate the RNG in the game. I mean, as far as I know, there's no kind of way to manipulate it. Yeah, now we got through Highway. Now we have Mind Stage. This stage has a global cycle right in the end of the stage. So if I'm quick enough in the stage, I'm gonna save a lot of time. But if I don't, I'm gonna lose like 15 seconds. So I'm gonna try my best to not screw up the route here. Yeah, it's looking good so far. 29 on this door is pretty optimal. So the cycle is some platforms that go up and down with some barrels on top of them. Yeah, I gotta kill this enemy just for safety. But yeah, Ekoro, she has her special skill, and her skill is really strong, but the problem is she has one of the lowest health bars in the entire game. So that's a downside from her. Like, you have a lot of damage when you use your skill, but okay, I got a good cycle. That's great. I was kind of worried for a moment. She has invincibility, but she doesn't have too much health. Speaking of invincibility here, I'm gonna try to set up a glitch on this boss, which will make me invincible as long as I'm inside his hitbox. Okay. That was a good fight, actually. You can potentially save like 4 seconds if he doesn't do his special attack, but it's kinda RNG. Alright, now after mine we have military base. I'm going for military base because I just wanna equip something here. Oh. Bullet size, alright. It's really weird to menu in this game. But this stage has those conveyor belts. It's the main mechanic of the stage. Whenever a conveyor belt is pointing to my opposite direction, I'm gonna stay in the air. But if it's pointing to the direction I wanna go, I wanna stay on top of them. Because this will kind of make my character go faster. Since Ekoro doesn't have any dashes, that's a small optimization we can do in this stage. And the reason I equipped the bullet size is because I wanna set up a quick kill on this boss. I'm gonna try to skip his special attack by hitting him while he's on top of the screen. But it's kinda hard to set it up. I think I only got it twice, and it was not even on my PB, so that's really hard to do. But it's like a 20 seconds time save you can do. But yeah, this is Battalion. It's a really fun boss. Okay, I didn't mash enough. That's kinda close. Oh, and a really interesting fact about this fight is that missile he shots after all these attacks is insta-kill, so I don't want to touch that attack at all. So I gotta be really careful with that attack. But now we got through to the worst boss in the game. Now I have Power Plant. This is one of my favorite stages in the game. It has a really cool mechanic. There's a lot of enemies. This stage kind of reminds me of Sparkmander stage actually. You guys gonna see why it just reminds me of that stage. Okay, I'm gonna grab those chunks just for safety. As I say, this game, you need a lot of customization points to equip everything. So every single customization point chunks I get in a run is great. Gonna use our invincibility here. Oh, and we even got a raid from Green Snow Dog. Thanks for the raid, man. Hope everyone is doing well. Yeah, here I could damage boost through all those zombies, but it's kind of dangerous. I don't wanna lose a lot of health here, because this is a. You saw how much damage that guy dealt to me. If I would touch him with half my HP, I would actually die. So I'm gonna go a little bit safe with this character. But yeah, we made through the stage. Oh, Dynatron, we want a very specific RNG out of her, which is this one. And that's the quick kill. Oops, sorry, I just bumped into my microphone. But yeah, this boss is... She can do a lot of things, but if she gives us that RNG, that specific RNG, we can just destroy her. Well, now we kind of have the... we kind of have the freedom to do any stage we want. But I'm going for Waterworks because of menu optimizations. I will try to set up the optimal cycle here. Okay, I got it. But that's the worst part of the stage. So I'm gonna go a little bit safe here. I'm gonna use the invincibility to tank the spikes. Normally, I would just do the YOLO strat here and kind of try to not hit those spikes. But since it's a marathon, I don't want to die in that section. I'm just gonna use invincibility, and that's like 1.5 seconds that I lost, so I'm really okay with that. I'm gonna grab the power up because with the power up we can destroy blocks kind of instantly. Gotta be really careful with that block though. If that block would fall in my head, I would get instantly crushed. And that's pretty much a hit kill for every single character in the game. Alright, I got a really good cycle here. Now we have Cryosphere. There's a she used to be really RNG heavy, but there's a manipulation you can do in this fight. So I'm just gonna tank her to death. If I stay on the right corner of the screen, she will always do the same pattern. So if I'm staying at that exact spot, she would always do the same thing. So this fight is really consistent. There's no RNG at all in this fight, which is really cool. I only wish we could actually get more consistent fights in this game. But yeah, now Oil Platform is one of the... I would say that this is one of the hardest stages for Ekoro because everything here does a lot of damage. So this stage is kind of a no damage run for this character. I did a little turnaround there to kind of, so I won't be able to, so I won't get hit by that thing. Now I'm gonna do that's really not a glitch, but it's, you kind of conserve momentum when you jump from that things. Like you see that blue line, it kind of makes you go upwards. So what I did, I shoot at the exact time, so I could get a lot of vertical speed. And this is really not looking good. Okay, I'm gonna go for a backup here. There's a health backup here if you're low on health. Okay, you gotta hover through all those enemies. Alright, now we have 100% of our special skill. So I think we're pretty much set for the boss fight. Yeah, now Pyrogan, there's a very specific RNG we want from him, which is the one he punches the walls. Sometimes doesn't feel like it. He's a very athletic guy, by the way. There's a swag I can do in this fight. If I stay in the middle of the arena while I'm invincible, I would be able to kind of glitch the hitbox. Like, remember what I said about the invincibility glitch? I can actually do this in this boss, but it's a swag. If I somehow miss the glitch, I would just take a lot of damage, and I could possibly die. Because for some reason this glitch kinda takes your iframes off. But yeah, now we are on the last Robot Master of the game. And I always save this boss for last because he's really, there's nothing we can do about his bad RNG. Yeah, now we're coming to a really slow section, so if we wanna reach some donation, I think that's a really good opportunity to do so. There's not much to do on this stage anyway.
I was actually about to ask about that. Sorry for not talking so much. It's just this looks like such a really intense game, and I don't want to throw off your focus or anything.
No problem. We can read some donations.
We actually did just get one. We got a $30.44 donation from Primorix, runner of the last game. Best of luck to all of today's runners. It's been a great marathon, and I'm glad to have been a part of it. Thank you, Primorix. And it looks like he put his donation towards Link's Awakening, which we're at 155.44 out of 200. We're almost there. It's under $50 to make it. If someone wants to snipe that, now's the time. I think that we can definitely meet that donation before the end of next game, and I would love to see that happen.
Alright, what I got right now is the reflect shot. This will come in handy on the refights, because remember that a lot of bosses in this game can kind of go to the top of the screen. So there's a thread we are gonna do that we're gonna shoot the walls to set up quick kills on the bosses. And you don't lose too much time by getting that item anyway, so... Okay, I think I'm gonna go a little bit safe here. This is a really dangerous section, actually. A lot of runs died there. So we can actually kill this guy in 2 cycles, but it's really RNG because some attacks of him doesn't stay too much on the screen, like that one. That one is one of the worst RNGs we can possibly get. So I'm gonna take my time to equip my item here. Okay, I think I'm... Oh, Okay, I took a lot of damage. That's not good. You can save like 20 seconds in this fight if you somehow manage to not see that attack, but it's really hard to do. And yeah, I almost died there. Alright, now we finished capital building. And as all Mega Man games, after all the 8 main bosses, we have 4 Waiu stages. Or I don't know, maybe Sigma stages, whatever. The final stages that have a lot of weird mechanics. This stage here is one of the slowest stages for all the other characters, but Ekoro has a lot of skips here. I'm gonna try to set up for a YOLO cycle here. Okay. If I somehow manage to not hover on the right position there, I would die, so... It's a really tricky jump. Imagine being like 25 minutes on the run and just messing that up. That's really sad. So now we have 2 paths in this stage. The left path has a lot of vanishing platforms. We don't want to see them because they are slow, so we're gonna get the right path. I think the right path saves like 10 seconds of the right path saves like 10 seconds of the left one, and you just have to break a wall for it, so it's absolutely free. So now I'm gonna set up for... I'm not gonna go for this cycle there. Normally in this section we would have to wait for a ring to take us to the final section, but we can just hover. This saves like... I think it saves like 25 seconds. So it's a really cool skip that only this character can do because she can hover. Okay, this boss was being meanie for some reason. But yeah, Gunvolt, I didn't talk about that boss. But this boss has some really weird patterns sometimes. He can just stay on his spot and do nothing, but sometimes he likes to jump a lot. Now we have a really vertical stage with water physics, because why not? Okay, I'm gonna get another upgrade here, which is a knockback resistance. Knockback resistance isn't that useful for this character, but it still saves some time over the course of the run, so we kind of grab it. But yeah, this section here is really... we have to wait for all the spikes, so if we want to pull some donations in, that's a really good opportunity to do so.
We don't have any
Okay.
donations right now, but we still have some bid wars going on if you're fine with me plugging those. So upcoming bid war that's going to be closing, I think pretty soon, is going to be the Mega Man 11 soundtrack bid war. Instrumental still has $95, and original still sitting at nothing. And if you guys want that original soundtrack, now is going to be the time to snipe it, because I think by the time we start the next run, we're going to be closing that off. So I mean, come on, man, it's going to be... it's totally worth it. Just even hearing like a different soundtrack is going to be really fun, although I'm personally a fan of the instrumental myself.
Alright, now we have Brain Guardian. This boss, he used to be a nightmare for all the other characters, but Ekoro can just stay inside his hitbox and do a really cool quick kill. Alright, I got him one cycle. That's cool. Normally in this boss fight, you would actually need to destroy those cores to start the second phase of the boss. But the boss hitbox is inside him, so if you somehow manage to sneak in, we can kill him. Ekoro can do, I think, if I remember correctly, there's other characters can do that, but Ekoro is the only one that can do it for free. Now we equip knockback resistance. I'm gonna use it for a while in this first section. Yeah, that was really good. I got a health drop early on, so I was able to do another damage boost.
Why is the screen slanted?
Yeah, that's the gimmick of the stage. For some reason, it has the screen looks that way.
It's just at an axis.
Yeah, I gotta be really careful here because I'm really low on health, so I might. I don't know if I should be grabbing that ice cream. Hopefully, I won't be regretting that. Alright, we're still alive, so that's okay. But I really don't need full health to the next boss because we're gonna become invincible and do a quick kill. But there's a global cycle here we're gonna try to get. Okay. Ooh. Oh. That's okay. And now we have Plasma Legion. Plasma Legion is a boss from from Azure Striker Gunvolt 2. She can be kind of tricky because there's attacks she can do that makes her invincible for a while. But other than that, I think it's a really consistent fight. But yeah, we somehow managed to sweep that attack. The optimal Dystopia stage is like sub 2 minutes, but it's really hard to do. You gotta do a lot of damage boost. But yeah, now we got through all the main stages in the game, and we have refights because refights are fun. We all love refights.
It's a Mega Man game. There's refights.
Yeah, there's always refights. And now I'm gonna try to set up for a quick kill on this guy. Again, we're gonna skip that attack of him that loses like 20 seconds, but it's very precise to do. So I'm gonna do a safe strat here. I'm gonna equip the bullets. Okay, we got it. And that's like 20 seconds time save because he doesn't hit his attack. The route for refights is really versatile, I would say. You can do any fight you want in any order. I always like to do like the most dangerous bosses first. So if I do have to refill my health, I would do it after them. Again, we have our boy Pyro again. Unfortunately, we cannot skip his special attack because it's really quick. Like, Pyro again is a really athletic boss. Okay. I'm kind of low on health, so I might not be able to manipulate Cryosphere. Okay, I think if I do use a food item, I will be able to. Yeah, Ekoro is kind of shit. That's why the game gave her a really low health. All right, that's the manipulation. As I say, this is a really consistent fight. There's nothing that can go wrong there. Other than that, than me being killed by not having enough health to manipulate her. I just Dynatron, hopefully she gave us the RNG we want. That's not the RNG we want, that's... Okay. That's why I picked up the reflection shot, because when I shoot the walls, they will reflect my shots. But that's still like a time loss, because we would have to kind of hover to kill her. And I think I might not have enough energy to quick kill this guy. So I might go for a backup here. Yeah, he actually gave me a decent pattern. Alright, now that we kill a boss, there's the checkpoints in this game. In the refights, when you kill a boss, the game sets as a checkpoint. So if we manage to retry after beating a boss, we would actually recover our health, and we won't have to beat the boss again, which is really cool. Oh, that was almost 2 cycle. Yeah, 2 cycle and a half. It's free on every fights anyway. Alright, now we have our last boss for the refights. Okay, we somehow managed to squib his attack. I think we might be on a really good pace, by the way. That's really... maybe on a pace of sub 40. There's only 2 bosses left. But the boss fight that's coming up is kind of dangerous, which is the Ekoro clone. I really like this boss, actually. I really like how Ekoro dress looks in this boss. Because the game kind of makes like, since Ekoro is an angel, his evil counterpart looks like a devil. Okay, 80%, 86. That's kind of enough from overkill. Yeah, now we have the final boss. The final boss has 2 phases. Unfortunately, we cannot skip the second phase, but we're gonna try to rush him to the second phase as soon as you can. Since I'm invincible, I won't have to worry about anything in this fight at all. So there we go. There I have the second phase. And he's invincible during his second phase, so you kind of have to avoid those words. It's not really that hard to do. Okay, now I'm gonna set up for a big quick heal here. Alright, that's the final phase. And time's coming up as soon as the screen fades to black. So the time. And I somehow managed to not split on my timer. So I don't really know. It might be a 37.
Timer on stream stopped at 37:54.
Yeah, I think I stopped my timer at 37:58. So that was pretty much the Mighty Gunvolt Burst run. Ekoro is a really hard character in this game because she doesn't have a lot of health. So I'm really happy that I was able to pull like a 37:54 on this marathon. Like this character used to be like, her time used to be like 40 minutes. But I actually put a really safe estimate because a lot of things can happen. I was kind of expecting that I would actually die on a refight or something. And deaths on the refights cost a lot of time. Yeah, that was pretty much my run. I'm gonna thanks everyone for hosting that marathon. I'm gonna give a shout out for 2 people that were actually watching me too here, that are Riamon and Luna Valkyr. I don't know if Luna is still here, by the way, but yeah, that's pretty much the run. Thanks everyone for watching. Everyone have fun on the marathon, and thanks for having me.
Thank you, Kiwami, for that awesome run. That was really cool. There was a lot of like really, really close segments in there where he was at low health, and I was thinking, "Oh no, I don't know what's going to happen." That was really cool. Coming up next, we got Mega 11 by a Crater Freak, which, last I checked, if you guys want that original soundtrack, now is pretty close to the last chance to snipe that. Instrumentals at 95, originals still sitting at nothing. If you guys want to snipe that, now's your time. I see PogChamp's coming up for Mega Man 11 and for Crater. The hype is definitely real. So chat, I have a bit of a challenge for you today. What if, and hear me out on this, what if by the end of Mega Man 11, we're gonna start it easy. What if we broke 6.5 in the donation? 6.5k. Just a small thing, but if we were to do that, and we put it towards goals, not only would we meet Link's Awakening, not only would we meet Zero Suit Samus, we'd be pretty decently on the way for the Mother Brain double kill. Just a thought. That's just a thought I'm gonna lay out there. I know you guys can do it. I've seen you guys raise funds super fast. We sniped 3k the other day. We sniped so many different values. And I think we can definitely do it.